Hey guys, Kingpin Light here. We got Zero to Hero interview with VannDa, the best Cambodian rapper. So this is by I guess an interview by Unlock Men. You guys mentioned that it had just come up, so I figured this would be a good video to react to. It's been a minute since I've done an actual interview with VannDa. I have done one though. I did the glow up. I think it was the glow up piece that was on him. I did watch that video. It's on my channel. It's a really old video, so I don't know what the quality of the video is, but I think I did an alright job. So this time, with all of the more information I have on VannDa and Cambodia in general, I think I'll actually be able to get a lot more out of this. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh, and I got a beer of my people, kind of. It's Bud Light, so it's not like Corona or anything. Chelada, which is clamato with some lime in there mixed with beer. It's actually pretty good. Anyway, let's go back in.
I'm the man who I don't listening to anybody till I got what I want. Because everybody has a dream. You have to complete the dream, right?
VannDa. Alright.
ជំរាបសួរ ខ្ញុំបាទ VannDa មកពីប្រទេសកម្ពុជា Back in the day, you know, I want to become this and those. Like, my dad want me to be a lawyer. My mom want me to be a doctor.
Damn. Lawyer and a doctor, and he became a rapper. My mom wanted me to go to college, and my dad was not around, so I ended up becoming an IT guy. So didn't follow their dreams either.
At first, they don't want me to be a singer, want me to be a rapper. I'm the man who I don't listening to anybody till I got what I want. So I moved from my house to Phnom
That's the way to
Penh
do it.
with a $100.
Oh shit, hey, I just realized. Bud Light and it's VannDa X Budweiser brewed overnights at the bottom right. So Budweiser is the sponsor. So you know, I did a collaboration with VannDa and Bud Light as well to make sure I was drinking this on video. So, you know, you guys know. Sponsored by.
Dollar beer,
I'm kidding, by
maybe
the way. Obviously.
3,000 baht, I think. I feel like I'm free, independent, but homeless, you know. My mom said you're not gonna make it just only 1 week and he gonna come back. But no, I'm still, you know, survival in Phnom Penh, hanging out.
Phnom Penh, that's how you say it? I've been reading it wrong. I said Phnom Penh or something like that before. That's really cool. I feel like that's a lot of rappers, even in America, where so many rappers that I listen to, they're not the biggest artists, but they're, you know, pretty underground famous. A lot of them just drove to LA, like from wherever they were originally. They drove down to LA in California with no money and lived in their cars until they could start doing local shows and making some money. So I feel like that's a really common thing in the music industry, and apparently it's common, or maybe it's not common that he did it, but apparently it happens everywhere, right?
With good people, bad people, everybody starving sometimes, but I love it because just chasing my dream, you know. But I'm here today, I'm a fucking rapper. You have to
That's an understatement. Doesn't he have like millions of followers now?
complete your dream, right? Everybody has a dream. You have some issue, but it's all good now. They
I just realized I'm sitting here nodding my head to the background song because there's a little bit of an underlying song in the back. I don't know why I was doing it.
love me as I'm still a kid for them, you know. My mom called me almost every day.
How did you come to know hip hop music and culture?
Since I was 6 years old with MP3, the technologies, I love it. And my big brother, shout out to VannDa, he introduced me to hip hop music. And
That's cool. That's cool. I hip hop has really perpetrated. What's the word? Propagated out to like every country really. Like there's hip hop really in all countries. And now there was in a lot of other countries there was music already out there that resembled hip hop in some ways. You know, like just beat and melodic sort of not necessarily singing, but almost rapping on a beat. But it definitely hip hop culture specifically using trap beats, using this and that, has really, you know what I mean, gone across the world, and now it's really everywhere, you know?
And since that day, I'm a hip hop man, you know. Music is my friend. And like nothing bad than betray for me, you know. Betray is the bad thing ever. And I got betray a lot from my past life.
That
But now
just sucks.
nobody can fool me, you know. Music helped me a lot to avoid the bad thing.
What is your first tattoo?
Got a lot of meaning, you know, on my tattoo. Each one has meaning, all about my album and stuff. So this one is the first one for me, and I call it friendship. I love this one the most because from the Bay, you know, I'm from Siem Reap, Kampong Sao.
So there is a bay in Cambodia. I had asked that in a couple of songs where it was mentioned in the past, and I was like, are they referencing California? Because that's where a big sort of hub for hip hop is, and you know, the Bay Area is what it's called. But I also assume that there must be something in Cambodia called the Bay as well, because it's referenced so much. And I guess it's from is that what he's talking about? From Sihanoukville, Sihanoukville? Kampong Som, is that what the bay is? As a side note, I actually got some meanings on my tattoos. I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but this one, see all those arrows? So that stands for chaos, and it means you have the freedom to choose any direction you want in life, right? It's nothing negative about it. This rose right here, that's from an 80s magazine publication called Black Rose, and it was an anarchist publication. They cover anarchy news and that sort of thing. So that's what that stands for. I got this vampire mouth. That one is pretty simple. I used to work overnights and I used to sleep during the day and be up all night. Both partying but also for work. So I just thought it'd be cool to have a little vampire. And then this chick on my shoulder. That actually doesn't really mean much. I just thought it looked cool. The guy just drew it. He just drew it in front of me. He's like, "You want this?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I'm not going to show it here, but on my chest I got a crystal. And that one, I forget now, but I researched it when I got it, and I picked a specific crystal that stood for wisdom, which I think wisdom is one of the most important things you can have in life. So anyway, let's go back to VannDa's tattoos and learn a little bit about him.
Shout out to Kampong Sao, my hometown. I born and I eat a lot of coconut because my family is coconut business, you know.
I remember
This
that.
one teach me
That's
a lot,
cool.
inspire me for
I love
my whole
coconut.
life. Because the tree, you can do anything. Make a boat, build a house, priceless. This one is priceless for me. And this one teach me until now.
How did you become an artist?
That's a painful spot too. Like right here, I've been avoiding getting a tattoo here, but I need to soon to fill out my arm. That's a painful spot.
Back in the day, before Joe, Barmay asked me, my production, they asked me, "You want to join with us?" Keep silent for 3 months, and I come back to Phnom Penh and show them my music. And everybody be like, "Whoa, bro, what are you doing right now, bro?" You know, I'm the kid that don't talk much, but I act. I just want to show them.
That's how you do it, man. You don't talk that much. It should be based on your actions, and that's, as a side note, that's a life lesson that you learned, right? Is you base people on their actions and not their words, because anybody can be a salesman and say whatever the hell they want, but if their actions aren't backing it up, then what good is their word? You know what I mean? Now, if somebody proves over and over and over that their actions are matching their words, you can start trusting their words. Now, you still keep an eye out to make sure that they don't switch up on you, but you know what I mean? It's got to be earned before you really start taking people at their word.
This is me, and then I signed the contract with Barmay until now. You know, I have a lot of like weird stuff going on, strange power, you know, that I don't know. I just know that I have that superpower on 2016. So I start with the Joe song and boom.
Joe came out back in 2016. God damn, I just reacted to it in 2020.
How long did it take before you could finish the album?
4 years, bro. It's just only 18 songs, but I take a lot of time. I wrote all about my feeling, you know, everything.
4 years for
everything
that
is
album.
truth,
That's
no
dope.
cap, no lie. So it take me a lot of time to finish the album, and I released it during COVID too. No show, no everything. I just want to drop. I can't wait anymore.
That's a mixed thing. Dropping it during COVID, you get an advantage and a disadvantage. The disadvantage is you probably don't make as much money. because artists really don't make money on streams and downloads and purchases of their albums very much. And if they do make money, it's very minuscule. They're really making most of the money from sponsors and from um, tours, right? And so COVID stops the revenue flow. But what COVID does do is it gives you a bigger audience, or during COVID times, it gave you a bigger audience because everyone's at home. Everybody, like the amount of internet that was being consumed during that time period, just in the US alone, I can't imagine the rest of the world added into it, was insane. So you get a bigger audience, and I think that's a good thing for when you're starting out, or at least starting to build an audience. But I'm sure he didn't get as much revenue right off the bat that he would have if it wasn't COVID. So I think it's sort of like a double-edged sword. You get something good, but he missed out on something.
Listening every day.
But it worked out for him.
It keep like killing me every day if I don't release it. So it's okay to be not okay. Then home.
So, what is the secret behind your success in your music journey?
Work so hard. No ego. Respect everybody all around. You gotta been through a tough time if you want to be a top guy. You know, you have to been through a lot. You know, I'm all in music. You know, like all in, 24/7, straight to the music. Just try my best to give my people good music and inspire them, motivation them to be like, not be like me, but be like themselves.
That's really cool. I fuck with that reasoning. Oh, 1 second.
Time to Rise first, it's just
So before Time to
short
Rise,
film. We been cook good.
which is a song that you guys, or one person in particular, and I've tried so hard to find the original comment because it was on one of the most random American artists. Like I had like 10 views on that video, and they said, you know, listen to Time to Rise. And I can't find the comment, but I know that comment was the reason I even found out about VannDa or got into Cambodia, or even out of the US music in general. I really hope I can find that comment. And if you somehow are still watching and you were the one who commented that way back in the day when I had like 50 subscribers, let me know because I really want to find that. But anyway, this is the song that got me into VannDa. So let's go back into it.
A good instrument. Why don't we record it? And then we start have campaign, Time to Rise. Time to Rise got a lot of meaning, man. I've been learning about history, about everything before I start writing the song. Take a lot of time, but I'm happy to do it because no one do it. No one gonna did it if I don't. Some people, I don't know, just they all care about themselves. Why don't you bring the old generation with you? Why you just go alone? But I feel like I have to go with VannDa because he's my legend. He's our legend. I've been thinking about him, bring him to the next level music. So we have to respect him and yeah, he been through a lot. He been through war. He been through colonizing.
That's really cool, man. That he did bring him in, and now that I know a lot more about Cambodian history, it's just crazy that he was able to bring such an older artist, you know what I mean, on a song, a more modern song even. I should do a retrospective now. Like I should go back and listen to the song one more time. Called like I'm thinking of starting a series called Revisiting, where I go back to songs I've already heard, so it's not really a reaction anymore. Because I don't want to lie and be like, oh, I've never heard this song from Lil Uzi or something, you know what I mean? So if I've already heard it, but I would love to like present it to you guys and my thoughts on the song, I might do a series called Revisiting. And I think this would be a great song to have as part of that series of videos where I can go back now with all of the knowledge that I have and maybe my new thoughts on Cambodia, or new knowledge on Cambodia and everything, and see what I pick up from it this time, you know?
Nanikom, he been through a lot in his life, in his past life. Khmer had a lot of war, a lot of sangkriam, a lot of like Khmer blood is all over the country, you know. That's what make Khmer like fucking Dasu and
Dasu, is it Dasu? That means fighter. Picked up one word. I'll see if I could ever incorporate that into my daily life.
never give up. I don't know like what you guys think, but for me, my instrument in my soul, you know, my spirit in my vein, I cannot forget my nation. I just wanna put some little bit of repertoire អរិយធម៌សិល្បៈបុរាណអ្វីដែលមិនអាចខ្វះបានសម្រាប់មនុស្សខ្មែរយើងហើយខ្ញុំគិតថានឹងគឺជាចំណុចសំខាន់មួយហើយខ្ញុំក៏មិនមែនត្រូវថា oh you gotta make Khmer traditional music with hip hop all the time no the song that suit with Khmer.
That's a good way to think about it, because he doesn't want to be pigeonholed as an artist into that's what he does, right? And he does do that a lot, and I think there's a lot of meaning into incorporating traditional music with the more modern takes. But I also think it's important for him as an artist to be able to not be pigeonholed or boxed into a specific thing. Like when you think of VannDa, you don't want to think, oh, the guy that makes his traditional instruments with trap beats, right? You want to think of him as being more than that, you know what I mean? Having more opportunity to maybe do just a traditional song or just a modern song, or even switch up completely if he wants to make like a blues song, you know what I mean? Like you just trust him as an artist to sort of shape the music as he moves, as opposed to being a type, you know what I mean?
My traditional Khmer instrument, I have to put it in. But the song that don't suit well, no. That's why យើងត្រូវតែរួមបញ្ចូលតាមដែលអាចធ្វើបានប៉ុន្តែមិនមែន all the time ទេយើងត្រូវតែមានពេលវេលាមួយដែល
Now that's
នេះគឺជាអ្វីដែល
it gives more meaning when he does do
hip
it.
hop and culture ចូលគ្នាហើយនេះគឺជាអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំមានភាព unique ជាខ្លួនឯង
I like that take.
I can say it's hip hop turn now. Hip hop grow so big in Cambodia. I don't know, like it's hard to say, you know, but it's happened already. Hip hop so big right now. I can see through the label, through the music that any production has been released. They have like a lot of big move. We got a lot of talent.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like I said earlier, just how big hip hop has taken over the world. And now a large part of that is music moves through phases. Now it's different in every country. Traditionally, it has been, but in the U.S., every sort of song genre has had its big moment in the spotlight. Right? There's been grunge had its little moment when Nirvana was out. Right? They had obviously or what do you call it? Soft rock. You know. Classic rock. They had metal had its little moment. R&B, blues. You know, it's they've all sort of had their moments as they come out. And hip hop hit at such a time when the internet, when interconnectivity technology was actually moving in, and it was bringing the world closer. Right, globalization, so to speak. And so it was able to sort of move outward a lot quicker and a lot better than I think any music in the past had been able to. Up to that point, there just wasn't the technology, and everything had to be carried through tradition, right? Or artists that would travel to other countries and be like, "Let me just play it for you live." And so I think hip hop was kind of lucky in that sense, where they became big at a time where it was possible for the rest of the world to pay attention. And it's crazy how big it's gotten everywhere, right? Like hip hop is, I think, the #1 genre everywhere. And I don't mean in skill, or you don't even have to like hip hop, but as far as permeability in cultures, it's definitely taken a hold of a lot of cultures.
Rapper out here, I love to see like my people been working hard. It's a big move, you know, like big move សម្រាប់ស្រុកខ្មែរ big move សម្រាប់ collaboration នៅពេលក្រោយ generation.
That big move collaboration with Thailand, the Thai artist, that was pretty cool to see.
ក្រោយហើយអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើនេះខ្ញុំនៅ
Oh, there it is.
ស្រុកថៃនេះកំពុងតែសម្ភាសន៍នេះគឺជាអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើសម្រាប់ next generation ដូចគ្នាពីព្រោះខ្ញុំអត់ចង់ឲ្យចម្រៀងស្ដាប់តែ only in country, you know យើងត្រូវតែនាំចេញទៅខាងក្រៅខ្លះយើងអាចស្ដាប់តែប្រទេសយើងអាចនៅមួយកន្លែងបានទេហើយ
And that's what this channel is all about, which I'll say, guys, I know most of you guys just watch the videos of a specific song or specific artist that you like, and no problem with that. When I used to listen to a lot more reaction videos, I did the same thing, right? I looked up a specific song, blah blah blah. But I would like one day for some of you guys to join my journey of discovering new music throughout the world. New artists everywhere. You know, I've done some Korean, some Thailand, some Cambodian, obviously American because that's where I'm from. I forget who else I've done so far. I'll have to double check. But you know, I'm sort of expanding out to different countries, so I would love for you guys to be able to join that journey and to just discover new music from all reaches of the world, you know.
ខ្ញុំចង់ឃើញប្រជាជនខ្ញុំចង់ឃើញ rapper like make money អាចរកអ្វីដែលខ្លួនឯងស្រឡាញ់ចង់បានអ្វីដែលខ្លួនឯងចង់បានហើយនេះគឺជាក្តីប្រាថ្នារបស់ខ្ញុំដោយសារតែខ្ញុំចង់ឃើញ hip hop មិនថានៅស្រុកខ្មែរគឺ Southeast Asia go international.
I think you do good in the US market. You know what I mean?
Do you know of any Thai rappers?
I know a lot of Thai rapper. I've been in Bangkok just only 5 days, but I meet almost every rapper in Thailand. You know,
the biggest party it looks like.
Sprite, One Meal, Fake, OG Barbie. I love Young Om, Titanium, The Boy Way, your boy TJ, Young Cool. Whoa, that's a lot. There's a lot of good Thai rapper. I love them. Appreciate it.
About Run the Town? Anything you'd like to say about Run the Town, working with Hero?
I love working with him. He's a big guy. You think that
He's
he kind of
the Rick Ross.
No, he's so sweet. Like he's so respectful. You know. ចឹងនេះគឺជា passion របស់ខ្ញុំដែលខ្ញុំធ្លាប់តែធ្វើការរបៀបហ្នឹងនៅស្រុកខ្មែរដល់ពេលនេះខ្ញុំឥឡូវមកជួបជាមួយនឹង rapper ជាមួយ
That's cool as hell, the fact that I don't know who reached out, whether it was F Hero reaching out to VannDa or VannDa reached out to him, but either way, it's cool that they looked past what some of you guys were mentioning. There's some cultural differences and historical differences between the two nations, but they reached out past that and just did it for the music and for the culture, you know.
នឹងក្រុមការងារស្រុកថៃហើយយើងមាន passion like same goal same passion ហើយយើង connect ជាមួយនឹងគ្នាបានដែលខ្ញុំគិតថាចុះបើសិនជាយើងនាំ hip hop នៅ Southeast Asia យើងជុំគ្នាមាន culture រៀងខ្លួនយើងមាន flavor គ្រប់ប្រទេសចុះ why not ហេតុអីក៏យើងព្រមចាប់ដៃគ្នា and then យើងទៅទាំងអស់គ្នា we gonna run the town bro we gonna run the town
Hell yeah, run that town, man.
Sure.
Anything you want to tell the people about?
Whoa.
I'm a little drunk.
I have upcoming album, Skull 2, my second album, and it's gonna be a lot of songs because
I actually was wondering about that because everyone's mentioned to me that there's 2 albums on this Skull 2. But I didn't know if he meant that it's going to be like Skull 2 and then Skull 2 Deluxe that has a second set of 14 songs or however many he does. Or whether it's going to be Skull 2 and then an entirely different album. Like, I don't know, I can't make up a name for him, but a whole different album, you know what I mean? I didn't know if it was going to be a double feature or if it was just going to be an expanded part 1, part 2 sort of thing. But it sounds like what he's saying is he split it up to like Skull 2, part 1 and part 2. I'm sure they'll have different names, but maybe like the standard and the deluxe edition.
because I split to 2 albums. The first part I released on May 20 this year. It's coming up
Soon.
So, yeah. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm about to go hard. Thank you.
About to go hot, my guy. Hell yeah. Oh, High Cloud Entertainment had a part in this. That's cool. I wonder if this was filmed in Thailand then when he was out there for the song. But because he just mentioned that he just came back to Phnom Penh. God damn it. I'm going to remember one of these days. But he mentioned he was just back in his Instagram. So maybe he recorded this over that week and they edited it, just released it today. But yeah, that was cool. That was definitely cool to see. And like I said, it's been a while since I saw an interview from him. The last one was the Glow Up, and that was early into my journey of learning about Cambodian and VannDa in general. So if you guys like that, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know anything that I should keep in mind. Let me know if you guys would like to see that revisiting series starting with Time to Rise. So just my thoughts on it now that I've learned so much. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And I'll catch you on the next one.